Welcome to the Room 22 Scholar Classroom. In this classroom we have two mottos. The first motto is mission work hard, get smart, and the second motto is just do it. We also have two big classroom goals. The first is to get 2 years smarter in 1 year, and the second is for 100% of our class to slay the tax monster. As a classroom, we also have 4 main values, of which the fourth is organization. So we have a lot of systems in place in class which really help to keep us organized. The first thing that we have is bins for everybody to keep their conduct folder and student folders in on a daily basis. Also have a homework tray where students turn in their homework, a parent note tray where students turn in their parent notes, and then a list right here of all of the classroom jobs, which rotate on a weekly basis, and a list of the different days where students go to different activities by table color. So the days when they go to centers, the days when they share with me, and then the days when they turn in their bins and their work to be graded. Follow me this way. We have a library reading nook center over here where I have books organized by both genre and by level so that students can self-select books that are interesting and appropriate for them to read. We also have some graphic organizers that students can use to record different information and make sense of what they're reading. And then this is our little mini science lab where we've been studying plant growth. We've also been looking at hungry plants, carnivorous plants. So we have 3 live Venus flytraps that we feed crickets on a weekly basis. This over here is our math center where we have a variety of different math activities that students can complete, as well as extension games for the objectives that we've been covering in class. In the corner of the room behind my desk is the writing center. Each student has a folder where they keep their final drafts that they've been working on. And at the end of every 9 weeks, we put together a final draft book for each student, and they get to publish them. And we have sort of an author's day where they all get to share their books, and then we put some of them up here in the author's corner. Another popular thing in the Writing Center is our mini books, where students write and then have another classmate illustrate the book. And you can see some of the mini books on display here in the author's corner. Also back here I have binders for the classroom newspaper. We have a school newspaper that we put out as a class, and students can record different information for the articles they're working on here. Around the corner of my desk, this is sort of the front of the room. This is where I station myself. My classroom is organized into 4 different tables: table blue, table red, table green, and table yellow. And they compete for points on a weekly basis based on behavior, homework, attendance, conduct, things like that. And at the end of the week, we sort of have a treat for the table that wins the most points. In terms of the desks, at each student desk, they have a bin where they keep all of their materials organized, and they have a subject folder for each folder. So this is the math folder, the word attack folder, reading folder, social studies and science folder, writing folder, language folder, and then lastly their fluency folder where they keep track of their goals for the year. And then in the last corner of the room is the computer, listening, and phonics center. And I have a lot of language activities on the computer and phonics reinforcement activities for remediation for students to work on. And then at the phonics center, there's also some in this bin right here, some different activities and games that they can play related to phonics objectives we've been working on in class. And the last thing I think to highlight in my room is our last motto, which I didn't mention at the beginning, which is that whatever one person does affects everyone. And I emphasize a lot in this classroom that teamwork is ultimately important. So we do a lot to build culture as a class. One of the things that we do to build culture is we have this wall of encouraging words. So students can, throughout the day, when they think of something nice that somebody has done from them, or maybe want to give their classmate a pump up, they can write their name or write something more specific. And at the end of the day, every day, we share out the encouraging words and give celebrations for how our culture and our teamwork is so important in helping us achieve our goals.